Hello students, today we are going to learn, to study and to learn how to make the effective use of tense correctly, neatly in order to make our communication better. But before that, I would like to welcome and thank Vithalrao Shinde Arts College, Temburni, my own college, MHM Arts and Commerce College, Modlim, Arts and Commerce College, Mara, and KMVC Mahavidyalaya, Kurdwadi, that in collaboration we have all organized this crash course on the topic grammar. Because as we know that because of this COVID-19 coronavirus, it has become very difficult for us to spend our time at home without learning. Because as we know that man is a social animal, man is a pleasure-loving animal, and man is a thinking animal. We know. So it is not possible for us to stay at home for such a long time and study nothing. But for the students of these undergraduate students, in our syllabus, the topics on some essential aspects of grammar are prescribed for our study. And though we have been learning tenses from our 5th class, even we do not understand how to use them, how to prepare the sentences, and how to use them in the correct context in which we want to speak. So, in this lecture, I, Dr. Bhange PB from MHM College, Modlim, is going to talk to you on the 3 tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense, and its subtypes. Totally there are 12 tenses, as we know that. So how to use them? How to use them structurally means we are going to understand it, first its structure and then its function. Because structure and function of every language is very important to achieve the fluency, in order to achieve the perfection in that language. But this topic is not even complex. This topic of this grammar study is also not too much difficult. It is very easy. It depends on us, how we look at it, how we get understanding of it. So there are 3 main types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. And its 4 subtypes are simple tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and last, perfect continuous tenses. Now if we look at the first tense, simple tense, we are going to study simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. Now if we look at the English communication that is taking place in everyday occasion, in everyday situation, we can see that about 80% of our English communication is taken place in simple present tense. So our focus of this lecture, even the focus of your study, should be on simple present tense. That is the first tense, simple present tense. Actually, what is tense? What is tense? Tense is use of a verb, use of a form of the verb. Because we know that there are 3 forms of verb. First, for example, know is the first form, that is in the present form. Knew, it is in the past form. And then past participle, known. Know, knew, known. Now, when to use know, when to use knew, and when to use known. This is the simple thing that we have to pay attention. In simple present tense, the first form of the verb is used. Now there are 2 kinds of sentences. The first kind of sentences we may call it descriptive sentences, and second kind of sentences we may call it the sentence that carries some action that conveys some action. For example, I am a teacher. Here am is used. This is a boy. Very simple sentence. This is a boy. Here is auxiliary is used. We are all students. Here are is used. Means am is are. These auxiliaries are used in simple present tense but in descriptive sentences. Such as, for example, if we want to describe something, this is my college. This is a garden. That is a textbook. These are all beautiful flowers, etc. These are all sentences which we can call descriptive sentences. थोडक्यात आपल्याला एखाद्या गोष्टीचं वर्णन करायचं आहे, ताजमहलचं वर्णन करायचं आहे, एखाद्या बिल्डिंगचं वर्णन करायचं आहे, शाळेचं वर्णन करायचं आहे, मंदिराचं वर्णन करायचं आहे, माझं वर्णन करायचं आहे, तुमचं वर्णन करायचं आहे. अशा वेळेस am is are चा वापर केला पाहिजे. जसं मी म्हटलं, I am a teacher. इथं I describe myself. You are my friend. Here I describe or I focus on our relationships. You are my friend. When we want to describe something, am is are should be used. And when we want to state some action, just as I like coffee. I like coffee. इथं काय वापरलं आपण? लाईक वापरलंय, म्हणजे वर्ब वापरलाय. जिथं आपल्याला काहीतरी ऍक्शन सांगायचे तिथं वर्ब वापरा. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, वी कॅन टेक अनदर एक्झाम्पल. द किंग गोज टू अनदर स्टेट. आता या वाक्यात बघा, द किंग गोज टू अनदर स्टेट. गोज, गो हे क्रियापदाचं पहिलं रूप वापरलेलं आहे. पहिलं रूप म्हणजेच वर्तमानकाळी रूप. आता इथं गोजला गोला ईएस प्रत्यय लागलेला, म्हणजे जर सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये करता एक वचने असेल तर क्रियापदाला यस किंवा ईएस प्रत्यय लावला जातो. दिस इज द basic and most important rule, because most of the students forget to use yes or es in simple present tense. Just as he goes to the office, my brother comes from Mumbai. या ठिकाणी जर प्लुरल सब्जेक्ट असेल, प्लुरल म्हणजे अनेक वचनी सब्जेक्ट असेल तर यस किंवा यस हा प्रत्यय वापरायचा नाही. आणि जर एक वचने करता असेल तर क्रियापदाला यस किंवा यस प्रत्यय वापरायचा. जसं we play cricket and he plays cricket. The we is in the plural form, so we use plays. And he is in the singular, so he plays cricket. This is the most important thing, and we have not to forget this in making the use of simple present tense. So in simple present tense, there are two kinds of sentences: descriptive sentences and sentence that convey some action. We can use am is are when we want to describe something, and when we want to state some action. At that time, we have to use the first form of the verb, that is the present form of the verb. Now this is the structural study of simple present tense. Means in this tense we have to use the first, that is the present form of the verb. We can also use am is are in the descriptive sentences. This is the basic structure of simple present tense. Now when to use this tense? Now this is also important thing. We have to keep in mind that simple present tense is used when we want to state our habits, our general routines. Just as we say, I wake up early in the morning. म्हणजे ही रोजची सवय, डेली रुटीन आहे. I wake up early in the morning. मी रोज सकाळी लवकर उठतो. Means when we want to tell our daily habits or daily routines, simple present tense is used. The sun rises in the east. सूर्य पूर्वेला उगवतो. हे काय युनिव्हर्सल ट्रूथ, म्हणजे ज्या काही गोष्टी आहेत की ज्या that these things are applicable to all human beings. On such occasion also we can use simple present tense. So daily routine, universal truth, and our habits are told in simple present tense. This is the use of simple present tense. Now let's come to another simple tense, that is simple past tense. आता सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स आणि सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स याच्यात दोन्ही जर आपण कंपॅरिझन केलं तर व्हॉट इज द डिफरन्स? डिफरन्स इज इन द यूज ऑफ द वर्ब. सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये आपण क्रियापदाचं पहिलं रूप वापरतो, सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स मध्ये आपण क्रियापदाचं दुसरं रूप वापरायचं. जस्ट ॲज आय लाईक कॉफी असं एक सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये एक्झाम्पल आपण पाहिलेलं. आय लाईक कॉफी ही सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स. इथं सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स मध्ये हे वाक्य कसं होईल? आय लाईक्ड कॉफी. मीन्स इन सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स वी हॅव टू यूज द पास्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स. सब्जेक्ट, past form of the verb, and then object or complement or another elements of the clause. This is the case when we want to suggest an action. Just as we see in simple present tense, even in the simple past tense there are descriptive sentences. There was a king, he was royal. There was a king, इथं आपण was वापरलं. Those were boys, इथं were वापरलं. वॉज आणि वेअर एक वचन आणि एक वचन याच्यानुसार आपण वॉज किंवा वेअर वापरतो. आता इथं वॉज आणि वेअर कधी वापरायचं आहे? वेन वी वॉन्ट टू डिस्क्राईब, वेन वी वॉन्ट टू डिस्क्राईब ऑर टेल समथिंग दॅट इज इन द पास्ट. जसं ॲमेझॉन आय एम अ टीचर असं वाक्य वापरलं, तसं आय वॉज अ टीचर. आय वॉज अ टीचर म्हणजे मी शिक्षक होतो, म्हणजे आता मी रिटायर झालो. द ॲक्शन इज कम्प्लीटेड. सो इन डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह सेंटेन्सेस वी आर गोइंग टू यूज वॉज अँड वेअर, अँड वेअर देअर इज अन ॲक्शन we have to use the past form of the verb. This is the structure of simple past tense, and in order to tell the actions that are completed, simple past tense is used. ज्या पूर्ण झालेल्या घडून गेलेल्या ज्या क्रिया आहेत त्या सांगण्यासाठी साध्या भूतकाळाचा वापर करायचा आहे. आय वेन्ट टू पुणे, मी पुण्याला गेलो. दॅट इज द पास्ट टेन्स. देअर वॉज अ किंग, एक राजा होता. डॉक्टर राव वर्कड इन अ लॅबोरेटरी, अनदर एक्झाम्पल. डॉक्टर राव हे लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये त्यांनी काम केलं. मीन्स वेन वी वॉन्ट टू सजेस्ट द थिंग्स ऑर ॲक्शन्स that completed, simple past tense is used. Now we come to the third simple tense, that is simple future tense. Now the use of simple present and simple past in comparison with simple future is totally different. Because in simple present tense and in simple past tense our approach is not important, but in making use of simple future tense our attitude, our intention, our approach has become the most important. Because in simple future tense, shall and will, these two modal verbs are used, and then first form of the verb is used. I will play, I will go, he will come, he will take something from his father, she will spend her time in laboratory, she will spend her time in library. कितीतरी आपल्याला एक्झाम्पल सांगता येते. बट हिअर सिंपल फ्युचर टेन्स कधी वापरायचं आहे? तर वेन वी वॉन्ट टू सजेस्ट द ॲश्युरन्स, ॲश्युरन्स दॅट इज कॉल्ड सर्टन्टी. एखाद्या गोष्टीची खात्री करायची, खात्री द्यायची, ॲश्युअर करायचं आहे, अशा वेळेस सिंपल फ्युचर टेन्सचा वापर. आय विल डू इट, मी ते करेन. याच्यातून काय दिसून येतं? कॉन्फिडन्स. मीन्स दॅट सिंपल फ्युचर टेन्स इज ऑल्सो युज्ड in such cases or in such a situation when we want to show the positive outlook, when we want to show our positive approach, our promise, our assurance, then certainty. Means on such occasions simple future tense is used. Besides shall and will, there are other forms of simple future tenses, just as going to वापर. I will take a leave tomorrow. This is a sentence. I will take a leave tomorrow. मी उद्या रजा घेईन. एक वाक्य. आय एम गोइंग टू टेक अ लिव्ह टुमॉरो. मी उद्या रजा घेणार आहे. याच्यात काय फरक आहे दोन्ही वाक्यात? ॲश्युरन्स, घेणार आहे आणि घेईन. सो गोइंग टूचा वापर या ठिकाणी सिम्पल फ्युचर टेन्समध्ये आपण करू शकतो. याशिवाय प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्सचाही वापर सिम्पल फ्युचर टेन्स सारखा आपण करू शकतो. पण इथं सिम्पल फ्युचर टेन्समध्ये, इन सिम्पल फ्युचर टेन्स फक्त कोणती गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवायची की शॅल ऑर विल हे वापरलं पाहिजे आणि क्रियापदाचं पहिलं रूप वापरलं पाहिजे. अँड अकॉर्डिंग टू द मूड, अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंटेन्शन ऑफ द स्पीकर, वी have to use simple future tense. So these are three tenses, simple tenses: simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. Now we can discuss another part of the tense, that is continuous tense. Now continuous tense means imperfect. Imperfect means progressive, the action that is in progress. एखादी क्रिया चालू आहे, चालू होती, चालू असेल. इन ऑर्डर टू टेल दिस वी यूज continuous tenses. The first tense is present continuous tense. Now in continuous tense, verb ing is must. Verb ing. For example, I am working in the college. Working, जसं सिंपल प्रेझेंट मध्ये वर्क, सिंपल पास्ट मध्ये वर्कड आणि सिंपल फ्युचर मध्ये शॅल वर्क और विल वर्क. सिमिलरली द कंटिन्युअस टेन्स मध्ये काय सांगायचं आपल्याला की वर्किंग याला प्रेझेंट पार्टिसिपल असंही म्हटलं जातं किंवा वर्ब आयएनजी असंही म्हटलं जातं. सो इन कंटिन्युअस टेन्स वर्ब आयएनजी इज मस्ट अँड एम इज आर. या तीनपैकी एक ऑक्झिलरीज काय सांगतं की दॅट इट इज प्रेझेंट टेन्स आणि आयएनजी काय सांगतं की दॅट इट इज अ कंटिन्युअस टेन्स. So in present continuous tense, am is are plus verb ing. This type of structure is used in present continuous tense. आणि आपल्याला जी गोष्ट सद्यस्थितीत चालू आहे, मीन्स द ॲक्शन दॅट इज इन प्रोग्रेस नाऊ, हे सांगण्यासाठी इन ऑर्डर टू टेल दिस वी यूज present continuous tense. Just as I give you example that I am working in the college. My father is going to Solapur. My mother is coming from Pune. Is coming, is going, or I am working. This kind of structure is called continuous or present continuous tense. And this tense is used to suggest or to tell the action that is in progress. Now the next kind of tense is past continuous tense. Now only the difference if we look at the sentences, I am working in the college. Instead of I am working in the college, if I say I was working in the college, these are the past continuous tense. चालू भूतकाळ means a particular thing or particular action that was in progress in the past. In order to tell this, we use past continuous tense. I was working in the college. My father was working in the factory. My mother was coming from Pune. Here, was or were and verb ing is the structure of past continuous tense. So you should have to prepare such kinds of sentences to make the in order to make the practice, because practice makes the man perfect. Without making the practice, we can't learn or we can't keep in mind all these kinds of sentences, and we cannot use them in our daily communication. So third or next kind of continuous tense is continuous future tense. Now here the difference, if we look at present continuous tense, am is are ing. Continuous past tense was were ing, and in continuous future tense shall or will plus be plus verb ing is the structure of continuous future tense. Now this kind of tense is used if we want to suggest the thing or an action that will be in progress in future. I shall be working in the college. That is possibility. Or it is थोडक्यात पुढे घडणारी क्रिया आहे. मग पुढे घडणाऱ्या ज्या क्रिया चालू असतील अशा अर्थाने ज्या सांगायच्या आहेत आपण, अशा वेळेस काय वापरलं पाहिजे? कंटिन्युअस फ्युचर टेन्स. शॅल, विल, बी आणि मग क्रियापदाला ह्यांची पद्धत. शॅल, विल प्लस बी प्लस वर्ब आहे. आय शॅल बी वर्किंग इन द कॉलेज. आय शॅल बी स्टडिंग ॲट सिम्बायसिस. I shall be spending my time in America. So this is continuous future tense. Now these are the main kinds of tenses. First one is simple tense and second one is continuous tense. Now let's discuss the third kind of tense, that is perfect tense. Just as simple and continuous tense, we are going to see perfect tense. Perfect present tense, perfect past tense and perfect future tense. Perfect tense म्हणजे काय? पूर्ण काळ. एखादी क्रिया पूर्ण झालेली आहे, एखादी क्रिया पूर्ण झालेली होती, एखादी क्रिया पूर्ण झालेली असेल. Means such kinds of sentences we are going to follow. First one is present perfect tense. Now in the present perfect tense, the structure is have or has, then third form of the verb, that is the past form of the verb, past participle of the verb is used. Just as I have taken a new bag. I have submitted my all documents. He has submitted his documents. She has purchased a new bag. आता याच्यात काय फरक आहे? हॅव कुठं वापरायचं आणि हॅज कुठं वापरायचं? इफ द सब्जेक्ट इज सिंग्युलर, हॅज इज युज्ड. इफ द सब्जेक्ट इज प्लुरल, हॅव इज युज्ड. अँड देन पास्ट पार्टिसिपल ऑफ द वर्ब. अँड धिस टेन्स इज युज्ड when we want to suggest that a certain action is completed. I have reached at the station. Means स्टेशनवर पोहोचलेलो आहे. Means the action is completed. He has helped me. त्याने मला मदत केलेली आहे. He has helped me. Have, has and past participle of the verb is the structure of perfect present tense. And this tense is used to suggest that an action is completed at a particular time. This is perfect present tense. Now second kind of tense is the past perfect tense. इथं फक्त काय करायचं? हॅव, हॅज काढायचं आणि हॅड वापरायचं. कारण हॅड काय आहे? भूतकाळातलं, भूतकाळ दर्शवणार ऑक्झिलरी आहे. आय हॅड परचेस्ड अ न्यू बॅग. मी एक नवीन बॅग विकत घेतली होती. मीन्स द ॲक्शन इज इन द पास्ट, टोटली कम्प्लिटेड. सी हॅड सबमिटेड हर डॉक्युमेंट्स. She had told me everything. He had caught the ball. I had reached the station. All these sentences are examples of perfect past tense. And the perfect past tense is used to tell or to suggest that an action is completed in the past, not now, but it is in the past. This is called perfect past tense. The third kind of tense is perfect future tense. पूर्ण भविष्यकाळ. एखादी क्रिया ठराविक वेळी पूर्ण झालेली असेल, म्हणजे एखादी क्रिया जसं आपण आता म्हणतो की प्रेझेंट परफेक्ट टेन्स मध्ये एखादी क्रिया पूर्ण झालेली आहे. आय हॅव सबमिटेड द डॉक्युमेंट. पूर्ण झालेली होती. ही हॅड सबमिटेड द डॉक्युमेंट्स. आणि आता पूर्ण झालेली असेल, फ्युचर टेन्स म्हटलं की शॅल, विल इज कंपल्सरी. आणि परफेक्ट टेन्स आहे म्हणून त्याच्यात हॅवचा वापर करणं गरजेचंच आहे. आणि मग पास्ट पार्टिसिपल ऑफ द वर्ब. जसं आय शॅल हॅव सबमिटेड माय डॉक्युमेंट्स. आय शॅल हॅव टोल्ड एव्हरीथिंग टू माय फादर. आय विल हॅव रीच्ड ऑन टाइम. Shall have. will have. This kind of structure is used in perfect future tense, and this tense is used to suggest that a certain action will be completed at a particular time. So these are the three kinds of perfect tense: perfect present tense, perfect past tense, and perfect future tense. Now the last, perfect continuous tense, means some action is completed, so it is perfect, and some is in progress, so it is continuous. So we are going to connect the two kinds of sentences, perfect tense and continuous tense. Just as first, perfect continuous present tense, चालू पूर्ण वर्तमान काळ. चालू पूर्ण म्हणजे काही क्रिया पूर्ण झालेल्या आहे पण टोटली पूर्ण झालेली नाही, तर ती तशीच पुढे चालू आहे. हे ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला सांगायचं त्यावेळेस या काळाचा वापर केला जातो. अँड इन धिस टेन्स, परफेक्ट कंटिन्युअस प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये हॅव किंवा हॅज प्लस बिन प्लस वर्ब आयएनजी अशा प्रकारचं स्ट्रक्चर या ठिकाणी वापरलं जातं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आय हॅव बीन वर्किंग सिन्स मॉर्निंग. सकाळीपासून मी काम करीत आहे. म्हणजे काही काम केले पण अजून काम चालू आहे, पुढे ते तसंच चालू राहणार आहे. मीन्स ते काम संपले का? नाही संपले. काही पूर्ण पण केले, 2 तास झालं, 3 तास झालं. म्हणजे एखादी क्रिया ठराविक वेळी सुरू झालेली आहे पण अद्याप ती पूर्ण झालेली नाही, ती तशीच पुढे चालू आहे. हे सांगण्यासाठी प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस परफेक्ट टेन्सचा वापर केला जातो. आय हॅव बीन वर्किंग सिन्स मॉर्निंग. आय हॅव बीन लिव्हिंग इन दिस विलेज सिन्स 1990. I have been living in this village since 1990. This is perfect present continuous tense. The second one is perfect continuous past tense. Here we are going to suggest the things in the past. Just as I had been working since morning. Instead of have, has, we have to use had, because it is the past tense. I had been working since morning. सकाळीपासून मी काम करीत होतो. We narrate it. Means past tense is used for narration, for telling stories, because telling story is a form of narration. So here past tense is used to tell stories, means that we use past tense for to narrate something. So, I had been working since morning. I had been living in this village since 1990. This shows that some action was completed, but it was in progress and it will complete. It will take some time to complete. This is perfect continuous past tense. And the last kind of tense is perfect continuous future tense. Here we are going to use the structure shall, have, been, and then verb ing. Shall, have, been, and then ing. So या काळामध्ये काय असेल की एखादी क्रिया भविष्य काळामध्ये किंवा पुढे ठराविक वेळेला सुरू झालेली असेल आणि तशी ती पुढे चालू असेल. हे ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला सांगायचं आहे, जसं आय शॅल हॅव बीन वर्किंग सिन्स मॉर्निंग. मी सकाळीपासून काम करीत असेल. म्हणजे सकाळी काम सुरू झालेलं असेल ते तसंच पुढे चालू असेल, काही पूर्ण झालेलं असेल आणि काही पुढे चालू असेल. इन ऑर्डर टू टेल सच थिंग्स, इन ऑर्डर टू टेल सच situations, we have to use perfect continuous future tense. So in this tense, that is perfect continuous future tense, the structure is the most important. Shall or will, have, been, and then verb ing. That is the structure, and we have to use it neatly. So these are the 12 kinds of tenses. First one is simple tense, second one is continuous tense, third one is perfect tense, and the fourth one is perfect continuous. Simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. Similarly, continuous present tense, continuous past tense, continuous future tense. Then perfect present tense, perfect past tense, perfect future tense, and then perfect continuous present tense, perfect continuous past tense, and perfect continuous future tense. These are totally 12 kinds of tenses. I know that I have not covered, or it is not possible for me to cover with detail, or I can't focus on its function in detail due to the lack of time or due to the insufficient time. But still, I would like to tell you that if we study the tenses in making two parts, structural use and functional use. Structural use means what is the structure of that particular tense, and function means when to use it. How and when, these two words are very important. How to use a particular tense means that how to use it structurally, and functionally means when to use. When to use. Just as we see that simple present tense is used to tell our daily routine. It is used to tell our purpose also. And similarly, there are other functions of other tenses. So we should focus on structure and function, and you can prepare the sentences that is grammatically correct. So students, I thank you for your good attention and good listening. I thank you all. I thank Vittal Rao Shinde Arts College, Tembuni, as they have provided me an opportunity to deliver a lecture on the tense. And I also thank my own college, who has collaborated with this college and provided us, not only to the teachers but also to the students, to learn and to do some practice, to give your feedback and to continue this course successfully. Thank you very much. Thank you all.